Hello, so let's talk about sabotaging narcissist, jealous parents. First off, when it was time for me to go to college, I had graduated high school at 16 years old and I got accepted into over 17 colleges. Once I got to 17, I stopped counting. But most of the ones that I applied for with the intention, like, okay, whoever hits me back is who I'm going to go with, more of them reached out to me and accepted me than I thought. I also had a full ride scholarship with tuition and also had my FAFSA. I was going to pick up a job in the library at the school, so that would help me like with my personal items that I needed. Mostly everything else was going to be taken care of. And the adopted mom that kidnapped me at birth, when the time came for me to go to college, she was so used to getting me on a high and dropping me that she thought that she was about to do it again. And I could tell by the numerous of events to never trust her when it came down to making a big step towards an investment for my future, because she would act like she was on board, and then the day before or the day of, it was always something. So by the time I'm 16, I done caught on to her tactics, her manipulation games, and I just refused to believe that she was actually going to do right. So she had to pay a one-time fee of $313, and I would have been good the whole entire time I was in school. And like I said, I would have had the extra job, everything else was pretty much covered. And she took me to a photo shoot because it was two twins who so-called adopt me. So they do this thing in my town when you're about to go to college. You get people around the town, two people who say they adopt you, and basically they help you out with college things. So these twins, they had did me a college photo shoot. I ended up going with Valdosta State University, and I also had toured the school, got everything set up. Only thing I did not like about Valdosta State was that it was very dirty. So I felt like where you stay when you're first on campus is like, it gave the same exact type of barracks that we were living in with Uncle Sam. So I just feel like that could have been better. It just kind of looks like a scary, nasty place, especially the bathrooms. And the rooms kind of look more like a depressed box. They weren't that big. So I would kind of say like that there was almost an issue. I was like, wow, it definitely looks much more fun on the outside than looking in. But also states what I was going to go with. Like I said, the adopted mom, by the way, I was not legally adopted. She kidnapped me at birth, but I don't like calling her my mom, so I just say the adopted mom, but nothing about it was adopted or legal. But anyway, so when it came down to her having to pay the $313 fee, we toured the school, we did the photo shoot with the twins, got my adopted parents, and they bought me everything that I needed for my dorm room. Like they gave me some money to go off with. Like I was good. The very last step was for her to pay this $313. I had to have that fee paid before I could walk and sit into a classroom. Now, it's coming on the week of, and she still has not paid it. And I knew then that I had to start working on another plan, because again, this was her thing where she fed off of getting me high and dropping me. I remember for one of my birthdays, I did another story time where she told me she was going to take me to audition for American Idol. She had me stay out of school. She had me practice just for her not to take me anywhere. She stayed in her bed all day. I sat in the living room and waited all day on my birthday. Like, she never got me anything for my birthday, but this birthday was just extra emotional for me because she purposely wanted me to believe that she was going to try to take me and help me accomplish my dreams. Like when people think that you're going to surpass them, they don't want to help you. When people are jealous and envious of you, they don't want to help you. She wanted to help me enough to have an image for her on the outside, but she didn't want me to help. She didn't want to help me enough to where she felt like I would truly make it. And at that time, I felt like she didn't want me to make it because she felt like I was going to cut her off. And at that time, I was not. Even after she had put me through all that, I still was willing to make it and come back and save her. But where I'm at now, she will never receive any of my support or a dime from me. and I made it anyways. So she put all them trials and tribulations in my way, and it didn't even work. You know, she tried to slow me down. She sabotaged, made me cry so many times as a kid. The emotional abuse was the worst, and it didn't stop nothing. I grew up, I healed, I became something. I'm wealthier, I'm healthier, in my own place. I'm successful, got my own businesses, still wise. The same thing that I wanted to go to college to do, I've actually done it outside of going to college. So, you know, it's just what's meant for you. When you decide that it's going to be meant for you, it is going to be meant for you, and nobody is going to be able to take that away. Anyways, come down to one day before class, and I get an email stating that they have not received payment, which I already knew. So I go to the adopted mom. She's on the couch and she was asleep. I woke her up to let her know, like, hey, the people just emailed me with the reminder that I can't start class without that money tomorrow. And she told me that she was not going to pay the money and she didn't have time to worry about all that. And she rolled over and went back to sleep. Mind you, this is me going off to college. This is me graduating and leaving her house. This whole time I've been in her house, she abused me, made me feel like she didn't want me. So I was like, the fact that I have this chance to go away, you should be all ears. But see, when a person don't want you to leave, but they want to mistreat you, they want your energy. And that's what I realized that she was using me for, just my energy, trying to make money off of me, trying to heal herself off of me, trying to pimp me out to other people, trying to bet on me. Wasn't no trying to, she was. Had stole things, had changed my name illegally, had stole my whole fucking identity and created a fake document of being over here, stole my property. Like, when people are set up to want you to fail, it's going to be so noticeable. And one of the things, like I said, I noticed is that she just was like not willing to come forward with me when it was time for me to go after my goals. Like, anything that involved my future, setting me up for better, it was always just something. And then it got to the point, as I was getting older, her hate showed even more. That's also how I knew she was my mom, because her hate and her anger and her blankly like blurting out certain stuff, it gave it away. And so as I got older, she could no longer try to pretend like she was for me. She just automatically say like she wasn't for me. So like I told you, when I went to tell her about the $313 fee for one time, she gave me that response. And there are so many parents who I knew wanted their daughter and child to go off to college. So many parents I knew who wished their child had the free money. So many parents I knew who wished that they only had a one-time fee to go and watch their child be successful. So many parents I knew that wanted their child, like in a genuine happy space, wanted their child to win, and their child was not given the opportunities that I had. And I was given those opportunities and was, you know, not even allowed to use them. But the main thing is that once I decided that I wasn't going to sit in that house and fail and let her use my energy, because that's all she was doing, using my energy, talking about me behind my back, lying on me, bashing my name, defamation of character, committing crimes against me, committing crimes in my name. I mean, like, she just wanted me there to be that cover-up, that scapegoat, so she can use me for my energy. And it was very obvious. Once you notice a person don't like you, but they still want you around, still want to be your friend, they off and on with you, don't fall for that. We family, we've been friends for a long time, that's how we are. No, that person is using you for your energy.